Hello students, I am Arvind Soni, your English teacher. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to start our first chapter of English test. The first chapter is The Crystal Cave, written by Arup Kumar Datta. Next, first of all, we see the content of this lesson. About the author. Second, the characters. Text explained. Their hard words. And finally, exercise. About the author. This picture is Mr. Arup Kumar Datta. Arup Kumar Datta is an Indian writer and journalist based out of Guwahati in Assam. He was born on 2nd July 1946 to Girish and Indira Datta in Assam. He has written 16 books of adult and 17 adventures novels for young people. In 2014, he was awarded a Lifetime Achievement honor by Association of Writers and Illustrators for Children, New Delhi. He has been awarded the civilian award Padma Shri. He is the highly award for civilian by Government of India in 2018. Now we see the characters. There are 3 characters in this play, and this story is moved around of these 3 characters. First, Grandma Kamlong. The second character is Thenyak and his sister Chengun. Okay, now we'll start with the text. Let's begin with our first chapter, The Crystal Cave, from course book. Starter. Some information on salt. Origin. Salt is made up of sodium and chlorine. It was formed inside stars due to chemical reactions. Billions of years ago, when some stars exploded and our planet Earth was formed, the salt remained in the rock and in the seas. Finding salt. We get salt from seawater by letting the water evaporate. Evaporate means disappear. When the water evaporates, salt remains. It is also found in caves and underground caverns. Various methods of mining are used to get this kind of salt called rock salt. Uses. Salt is used in cooking and seasoning. Seasoning, spices, masale. In medicines, in making glass, paper shop and detergents. On highways to melt ice in snowy season, where the way is closed due to ice, there salt melt the ice, okay, for preservation. For example, it was used to preserve mummies for thousands of years. Need. All domestic and wild animals need salt. Cows, sheep frequent places with natural mineral deposits known as salt licks where they ingest, means swallow, essential sodium and chloride minerals to survive. In language, words and phrases like celery, salad, take with a grain of salt. Worth their salt, the salt of the earth have their origin in salt. Okay, this is the origin of salt, how we get salt in my kitchen, in our kitchen. Now come to the main text of this lesson. Now come to the main topic of this chapter. The North tribe lives in riverine bank of river, mountains district of Chirap in the beautiful state of Andhra Pradesh. Here is a story of Theniang and Chengun, two brave Norse children. Okay, let's start with a story. Taste this, Grandma Kamlong said. Grandma, look at picture. Sees grandma. He cooked something and give the children for taste. She scooped out a little full of broth. It's a liquid food like soup from the pan over the fireplace. Look here, this is the fireplace. It smelled delicious. Grandma blew on the bamboo ladle to cool the broth. Here grandma blew the bamboo ladle for cooling. Then she poured a little into Theniang and Chengun's open mouth. Yak! Look at this picture. He is not happy to taste this soup because, exclaimed Theniang, its taste awful. Awful is disgusting. Why? Don't like it, do you? Said grandma with toothless grin. Toothless without teeth. Grin, a kind of smile. But what now? Using the ladle, she scooped up a little salt from a wooden bowl and put into the broth. Something she sang a note ballad, a kind of traditional song. As she stirred means moving. Then she made the children taste the broth once more. Second time, same soup was given to both children for taste. Delicious, grandma, they said, smacking their lips in approval. Smacking means to taste. And give the approval, the taste is very delicious. Magic, isn't it? Grandma said. The broth was tasteless before, but now it is delicious. What caused this miracle? Miracle, wonder, surprise. Since the children asked their mother, before the soup was tasteless, but now it's very delicious. Why? How can do this miracle? Salt. The children said in chorus. Grandma placed 3 reed mats upon the floor. Reed mats, look here, a tall thin plant of the grass family used to make household items, as well as dishes of wood and bamboo. Tumbler, it's a kind of glass, natural glass, leading out steaming rice and broth on the plates. She said, that's right, for the North salt is more precious than gold. North salt is more precious than gold. You know about the gold is very precious things, but here salt is more precious because without salt we can't able to eat anything. So that's why here said to the salt is precious. Our village was rich in the past, continued grandma. We grew millet and paddy in our field? Millet, it's a grain, bajra. And paddy, it's also a grain in our fields. The jungles gave us shrubs, ferns and fruits. Our young man went hunting for meat, and most important, we had salt. Everything we have because we are rich in the past. And all the things like millet, paddy, herbs, fern, fruits, everything we have, but the most important we had salt. Salt is most important of all those things. Okay. Did we make our own salt, Grandma? Changun asked surprised. Yes, we did. A salt spring used to flow by our village. We built shallow troughs, long narrow containers, and filled them with salt water. The sun dried away the water, leaving grains of salt in the troughs. Hence, when we keep the water in a trough, a long narrow container, after some time the water will disappear by the heat of sun, and then only grains of salt remaining in trough. Next page. Must have been a lot of salt, Thanyank observed. Yes, much more than what our village required. Our men stuffed the surplus into. Surplus means extra. Into hollow bamboo tube and took it to the plains each winter. They bartered means exchange goods. For example, look here, exchange goods or service for other goods or service without using money. Means earlier we have not have sufficient money. That's why we exchange our things to another with their grains or things. The salt for clothes, beds and other necessities. But there is no salt spring now, Changun said. Grandma sighed. Our village is poor now. We are no longer salt sufficient. Our men walked to Khonsa township to buy salt. Did the salt spring dry up? Thanyang asked. Yes, it happened one winter years ago. Our source of wealth dried up with it. Why did it dry up? Persist, Thanyang. Persist? No one knows. Tell me, Grandma, he said. If the spring flows again, will the brings prosperity to our village? Certainly, smiled Grandma Kamla. Later in the afternoon, Thanyang and Changun went to the spot where the salt spring had flowed into the river. To their surprise, they had no difficulty. The furrow means a long narrow ditch made in the ground through which the salt spring had flowed was clearly visible. Only ferns and creepers covered the furrow. The furrow means a long narrow ditch made by the ground. Ditch is available, but what happened? Ferns and creepers covered the furrow. They could see it wind up the mountain, a ribbon of light green against the darker green of dense jungles. Thanyang cried, we can follow it upstream. Early next day, after their morning meal, Thanyang and Changun started for their quest search. Both had bamboo tubes strapped to their backs to carry drinking water in them. They were children of the mountains. The steep climb may have exhausted others, tired, but not them. They were not afraid of the jungles either, because they lived close to nature. They knew that most of these dangers were imaginary. Imaginary means kalpik. Only if one accidentally disturbed a wild animal would it attack. Now here we stopped, and the next pages are next day it will be continue. So please read this chapter and learn the hard words.